Hello grumpy golfers, I hope you are all well and welcome to episode 21 of A Golfer's Ramblings. Now today we're going to talk about mental preparation around competitions. I got asked a question in episode 20, how I prepare for first team nerves and so on. So this sort of links on nicely to that really. Now this season I've had probably one of my best seasons since starting playing golf again. And a lot of that is down to obviously the practice that I've been putting in because my practice routine's changed since having lessons, but a large margin of that is down to the mental side of things. I've started thinking things differently, mainly because of downloading an audio book by Dr. Bob Rotella, Golf is Not a Game Perfect. Now, what that's taught me to think like is basically three key points: visualization, confidence and commitment. So over every shot I'm going to visualize the shot that I can play. Now the shot may be a draw around a tree. I haven't got that shot in my repertoire, so I will visualize a shot that I can play that will get me out of the position that I'm in and put me into the next position I need to be in. So it's all about visualization, but the visualization has to be something that you're capable of doing. There's no point in visualizing a shot that you can't do. You're not gonna pull it off, and it's going to leave you potentially in a worse position, which none of us want. So yeah, when it comes to the visualization aspect of things, visualize what you can do, play within yourself. And the second part, confidence. Be confident that you're gonna execute that shot with perfection. Now, if I'm stood over a 40-foot putt, what's the likelihood of me making it? 9%, 10% maybe? But I'm confident that I'm going to make that putt. Okay, I know in my head I'm not going to make it, but the confidence is there that I will make it. And that might sound like a conflicting view, but it's not. Having the realisation that knowing that you're not going to make it, but having the confidence that you can make it is slightly different. So being confident that you can make it will leave you close to the hole, yeah, for a nice easy tap in for the second putt. Now, if you're stood over that putt, 40 foot, thinking I'm not going to make this, the likelihood is you're going to leave it 3, 4, 5, 6 feet short. But if you're confident that you'll make it, you'll be closer to the hole, and that's what it's about: being confident you're going to make the shot. Okay, commitment is the last sort of point on the three. Every shot you visualize, every shot you are confident over, you need to 100% commit to that shot. There's no point stood over the ball and being unsure, because that's where faults are going to come in. There's no point in thinking, well, what if this happens, what if that happens? No, you visualize the shot you're going to play, you're confident over the shot you're going to play, and you're going to put 100% commitment into that shot. Now, it's not always going to come off. We're amateurs, bad shots happen, but you need to expect the bad shots and not beat yourself up over it, and that's a really important factor as well. So yeah, 100% commitment over every shot. If you can do those three things over the course of 18 holes every round, I promise you your handicap will come down and your scores will lower, okay, without any lessons. Be confident in your own ability. Mine come down probably 2 shots before I started having lessons, just from that mental switch. Now obviously there's a huge aspect around the mental thing and how you program your mind to think on a golf course. We're amateurs, we're going to hit bad shots, and what's important is how we deal with those bad shots. My handle, the grumpy golfer, I've been called the grumpy golfer because of the way I used to handle bad shots. Not all the time. I used to have head-offs. Clubs would fly, I'd have a rant. It wasn't nice to be around when I was having a bad round. But that's where the handle came from, because when I'd have a head-off and I'd turn into the Hulk. So that's where the grumpy golfer come from. But since having this mental switch, that happens a lot less. Hardly ever, in fact, now. Quite a happy golfer. I'll have to change my name. But no, it's how you deal with those bad shots. As an amateur, depending obviously on your handicap and your ability, you need to accept you're going to have a certain number of bad shots around, and it's accepting those, and it's how you deal with that bad shot. If you hit a bad shot, so you've just got to write it off. Okay, it's gone, that's out of the way. I'm then going to go and put the next one in position where it needs to be. Or if you stood on the tee and you hit one out of bounds, no drama, that's the bad shot out of the way. Put the next one down, rip it down the middle. Yeah, it's how you have to be positive about a negative, and it's getting that mental strength to do that. And I promise you, if you can switch that on, it will really, really help. Also, concentration over the ball. And a lot of people go onto the golf course and think they have to concentrate solid for 18 holes. You find me someone that can concentrate for 18 holes solid for 4.5 hours, let's be fair, sometimes 5 and 6 hours, you can't do it. Impossible. This is where sort of NLP comes into it, neuro-linguistic programming. For me, I'll switch on and off. So when I'm about to do my sweet pre-shot routine, I'll switch on. When the shots hit, I'll switch off. I don't know if I've managed to capture it on any of my vlogs, but you'll notice I do my glove up and undo my glove. So for example, at the start of my pre-shot routine, I will Velcro my glove up. That's me switched on. That's it. I'm in my bubble, I'm concentrating, I'm visualising, I'm confident, I'm getting all those thoughts in my head of where this is going to go, how I'm going to execute it, and then I'm going to commit to it. When that shot's finished, the glove's undone, I'm back in the world, back in the real world of talking to my playing partners, thinking about work, whatever it may be that keeps your mind actually off the golf. And it's not about thinking golf for 18 holes. It's not. You need to think about golf and your shots and so on for probably a minute maximum, really, depending on obviously what your pre-shot routine is and so on. And that's it. You don't really need to think of it much longer than that. Another thing mentally that's going to kill you is swing thoughts. I now have no swing thoughts when I'm on the golf course. I trust my swing, and that's massively important. For any level of golfer, trust your swing. If you're having lessons and your pro or your coach is teaching you to do things and is putting swing changes in, that's brilliant. Not on the golf course. That's for your range work. Think about those changes on the range work, drill that on the range. But when you go to the course, maximum one swing thought. One. That's it. Because if you start getting involved in the mechanics of the swing, everything goes out the window. So it's really important to think less, really, about the swing and trust your ability and trust the swing that you've got at that time. Because if you can do that, again, as I say, your scores will come down. And it's all about putting the onus on you and your ability and trusting in yourself. So if you can do that, I promise you, your scores will come down without too much hassle. I was shooting low 80s at the start of the year, low 80s, high 70s, and now, obviously with a bit of coaching and this mental attitude, it's low 70s, mid 70s, without too much effort, if I'm honest, with not a whole heap of effort. And that's obviously considering the fact that my swing is changing, and we're putting a lot of work in on changing my swing. But when I take it to the golf course, those swing thoughts are not even in my head. That's for the range. I trust what I've done on the range has worked, and I'll put it into practice. And so far, so good. It's working. So I think this video for me is coming at a good time towards the end of the season. For me, my last major's done. I've got no more majors now, and that's going to be the same for the majority of clubs throughout the country. So if you start putting this mental preparation into place now, come the start of next season, you're going to be so mentally strong, you'll be in a much better place to score some better scores and bring your handicap down if that's what you want to do, and start winning competitions. So yeah, that's my view on mental prep and mental strength and what I do, really. And I hope it helps you guys out. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope it helps. I really do, and I hope it helps you bring your scores down. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I've got lots of content coming out, not just me rambling on. I have got lots of course content to come as well. Give the video a thumbs up. and give it a little comment down below of what you thought to the video, whether you liked it or not, whether it's helped or whether it hasn't. Positives and negatives I welcome. Positives I take from them, negatives I take from them. So guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.